Hello friends. Same interesting, fun and mind-blowing facts about technology. Number 1. These billion-dollar IT companies started in a garage. The tech industry is quite unique compared to other industries. Some of the largest names in tech actually originated in founders' garages. In 1975, Bill Gates and Paul Allen worked from their garage space to launch Microsoft. Google began as a side project of Larry Page and Sergey Brin in a garage they rented in 1998. Other companies like Apple, Amazon, and countless others began in garages as well. Perhaps there's something about garages that spark creativity or productivity. Either way, the tech industry's giants often come from humble beginnings. Now they're worth billions of dollars each and counting. Number 2. This is the world's largest hard disk drive, HDD. Seagate launched the Exos 20 Plus hard disk drive, HDD, in December 2020. The HDD utilizes HAMR and MACH2 technologies to offer 20 terabytes (TB) of storage. Typically, home computers utilize hard drives ranging from 1 terabyte to 4 terabytes. Businesses and data centers may use significantly larger hard drives. It's an impressive development from Seagate. The company recently launched 18 terabytes hard drives to the market as well. Lately, companies have released larger and larger hard drives with improved performance. Solid-state drives, SSDs, continue to grow in popularity, but the HDD remains a competitive alternative, especially for larger capacities. Number 3. How many computer viruses are found each day? AV Test Institute identifies more than 350,000 new viruses and malicious programs each day. This includes malware, viruses, and unwanted applications. Millions of existing viruses continue to be identified every single day as well. In 2021, AV Test estimates a total number of 1191 plus million total malware out there. In fact, security researchers and antivirus software providers cannot keep up with the onslaught of new viruses. Creating and releasing a new virus requires little capital and little effort. It can take antivirus software months to catch up with current viruses. Nonetheless, the importance of a capable antivirus program cannot be overstated. Consumers need to protect themselves from viruses whenever possible. Number 4. Amazon Alexa stores your conversations with the device. By now, millions of households feature an Amazon Echo device or other Amazon smart devices based on Alexa. These smart assistants provide convenience and functionality in countless ways. Not everyone realizes these devices store conversations with the device in the cloud, though. After each interaction, Amazon stores these conversations in the cloud indefinitely. An Echo device doesn't record every conversation in the ether. Each Echo relies on a wake word, like Alexa, to start recording conversations. Only the commands spoken to the device are stored by Amazon and are used purely for making the AI better. Users can and should delete these conversations in their device settings from time to time. Doing so provides added security and protection from data hackers. Number 5. How much does GPS cost to manage and run? The average person doesn't know GPS is funded by American taxpayers. Millions of people use GPS for navigation and location tracking each day. In 2020, $1.71 billion was required to fund the core program in the United States. The total budget for GPS tends to trend upwards as the system is improved and updated. For 2021, the budget requested to run the GPS program and infrastructure is over $1.8 billion. Currently, the Department of Defense manages GPS as a whole. Extra funding is provided by the Department of Transportation for civilian upgrades to the system. U.S. law ensures that GPS is available free of cost for direct users with no plans to privatize GPS in the future. Number 6. How many websites exist on the World Wide Web? More than 1.5 billion websites can be found on the World Wide Web today. The web reached 1 billion websites for the first time in September 2014. Surprisingly enough, about 3/4 of all websites are inactive, meaning there are about 200 million active websites. Inactive websites include park domains and similar situations. Number 7. IBM 305 ROMIC, the supercomputer that weighed a ton literally. In September 1956, IBM announced and released the IBM 305 ROMIC supercomputer. It was the first supercomputer to use magnetic disk storage. More than 1,000 systems were built and sold before the 305 ROMIC became obsolete in 1962. The machine weighed more than a ton and required multiple people to set up or move. IBM charged companies and organizations $3,200 per month for the IBM 305. That amounts to nearly $30,000 in today's dollars. For that reason, government organizations and large corporations were the main customers of IBM's supercomputer. Subsequent supercomputers were released by IBM. The company releases a new supercomputer every few years on average. Number 8. The first television station. General Electric broadcast the first television station from a building in Schenectady, NY. Viewers watched W2XB, better known as WGY television, in amazement. During each broadcast, various forms of content were played over the airwaves. The televisions and television stations of 1928 looked and worked quite differently than they do nowadays. Number 9. How much digital data has been created so far in the world? In 2018, the global datasphere amounted to 33 zettabytes of data. Nearly 60% of that data was stored on traditional hard drives. IDC predicts the datasphere will explode to 175 zettabytes by 2025. Cloud storage continues to lead growth in data storage solutions as time goes on. By 2025, nearly 50% of the world's data may exist in the cloud. China should soon become the country with the most cumulative data. Growth in the country is expected to outpace the rest of the world by 30%. As time goes on, cumulative data storage should continue to explode in growth around the world. Number 10. Study reveals surgeons need to play more video games, but why? Video gaming helps surgeons. Beth Israel Medical Center in New York recently carried out a study with 33 of its surgeons. The surgeons took a surgical skills test in laparoscopy that lasted almost 2 days. In the study, researchers tracked performance in the skills test on an individual level. They then recorded each surgeon's habits in relation to playing video games. 9 of 33 surgeons played an average of 3 hours of games per week. They outscored surgeons that never played video games in various categories. For instance, they committed 37% fewer errors and completed the test 27% faster. The study concluded a strong correlation exists between surgical skill and laparoscopy performance.